family relationships, provide resources that help individuals cope with stress, engage in better behavior, and build self-esteem. Doing Family with Bunmi is a talk show that brings relevant topics together that help families foster better relationships as they journey through life. Do well to follow us across all our social media platforms. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we are also on App Store and Play Store. Download and subscribe. Thank you. Family is where life begins and love never ends. With that, I say welcome to another fabulous edition of your family show, Doing Family with Bunmi, coming to you only on African Entertainment Television. Do kids really change your life? Do they change your relationship with your spouse? These are the things we'll be looking at on today's episode, and I want you to join me for the ride. I am your host, Bunmi Oyibadijo is my name. We'll return shortly. Stay with us. You're still watching Doing Family with Bunmi. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the topic children in marriage. Sometimes the addition of children can lead to marriage problems you may not be expecting. It is a common experience. You have a wonderfully romantic relationship, and then when you add children to the mix, it becomes a little more stressful, less romantic, and less satisfying. On today's topic, we have a guest on set with us. She's a mother, a wife, she's an educationist, and she's a maturity director at God's Chambers Church. She will be helping us to make sense of the importance and the need to have children in our homes. Please join me as we make welcome Mrs. Agnes Modi.
Thank you, Bunmi.
Thank you for being on the show today, ma'am.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And this is your second time, I might add.
Ah, yes.
How was your first experience with us?
Wow, awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And we just know that we needed to get you back on set with us this time.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring the
my
invite.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for honoring the invite. So, ma'am, we are looking at the topic children in marriage. When we get married, we eventually know we will have children. But many times we don't plan for this. And so, how can you help us to understand that after the wedding, we need to plan for our family so that when these children come, we don't see them as intruders into our love life or into our marriage relationship, but rather we will appreciate them as the blessings they are meant to be. So please, ma, can you just enlighten us? A young couple planning to get married, what's the next step after marriage as regards having children?
Okay. All right. What I have to say in this aspect is that before you even, get into any relationship as an individual, you actually need to have a plan. You need to have a plan for your future family. So that when you now come together with somebody else, or when you eventually now have a relationship, you have a plan, he has a plan, and then the plans you mesh together and it becomes a whole. All right. So as a single person, you need to have a plan, and then both come together, and then you put your plans together, and then you begin to work together, work towards the plan, so that you can have something concrete, when it comes to having children. And
both of you must agree to that overall plan.
Exactly. You must have an agreement on that overall plan. Some people, let's say for example, maybe I plan to have 3 children and my husband plan to have 2. Okay, but by the time we bring the plan together, we have to agree on which one to follow. Are we now going
3
to
or 2?
or 2? So
and what if, and just on the lighter side, and what if you plan to have 2 and then you have quadruplets? What now happens?
The thing is that when you're actually having your plan, you also need to have at the back of your mind that God has the overall plan. Okay, but as human beings, we need to plan, for eventualities, for our future and all of that. But then God have his own plans for us. So if we plan to have 2 and God decide to bless us with 4,
2 more.
we will appreciate it.
Of course.
So, but before then, we also have to make room for all of this.
Yeah.
All right. In our plan, we must make room for. You know, we must have, our plans must be flexible. Yes, it must be flexible to accommodate, exactly, to accommodate
beyond
changes,
our
expectations, beyond our plans. You understand? So we must make room for all of that, so that we are not taken unaware when the change comes. You understand? We are prepared for the changes. We are prepared for more. We are prepared, because the thing is this: when we have, you know, most of these plans, like I said, sometimes even families can interfere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Even your families can say, okay, for example, maybe for a family that has maybe just one male child, okay, in our own African, you understand what
context,
I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so, and then the family wants more children, all right? But both of you have agreed that, okay, for us, for our own peace, for all of that, we need just 2. And your family says, why don't you do 2 more? And then along the line, either you or the female, or the husband or the wife begins to dance, you know,
to the tune
of the family member. So what do? We have to agree. So all of these things we must make room for them.
For a newly wedded couple, they have to plan and agree on that plan and work towards that plan, and also make room for changes or eventualities that might turn up along the way. Okay, now for couples that are already married and they have children already, for couples like that, their lifestyle changes automatically. The wife might need to stay back home and care for the child, or she might need to get someone, a relative or somebody, to stay at home and cater to the child while she continues with her job or while she continues to pursue her career. For a couple like that, what will be the needful? What will be the needful?
Now, in raising children,
it
requires a huge chunk of our time, prayers, discipline, involvement, and relationship building. So all of this we must put together to raise our children. Now, we must also understand that we cannot be pursuing after possession and neglecting the children. Now, you hear people say, if I don't go, how will the children survive? If I don't work, or if I don't make the money, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, how will the children be catered for? How will they be fed for? Now, there has to be a balance. There must be a balance of the work, of business, and raising children. And I do not subscribe to you leaving children in the hands of other people to raise for you, and you completely focus on your job or on your job. There has to be a balance. All of these are part of the things that husband and wife must sit together to
discuss.
Okay? Now, it is left for both parties to now weigh their options. The business, the job. Okay, who is going to do what?